it's your girl Jasmine Yvonne, and I'm coming to you guys today to do a tutorial video on how to lay lifted and messed up closures. So this is really good for that. So this is pretty much just a tutorial on how to lay your closures when they are lifting or when they're looking a little crazy or when you're sweating. This is really especially good for if you like to work out, or if you're just like me and when you sleep and the next morning your hair is always sweated out because it's hot as hell and there's just nothing you can do about it. So yeah, I hope that you guys like this video. Make sure you thumbs it up or you leave any comments and things like that below. This is going to be a talk through video. I will be talking to you guys through what I'm doing. So just if you guys like talk through videos, just let me know, or if you guys want me to shut the hell up and just do it and go on with life, then let me know too. So without further ado, let's get started. So first and foremost, you're just gonna need a big brush like this. I get a lot of questions about where I get my brushes from, and I really just get them from the beauty supply or Walmart. They always have really nice big brushes like this. They run from like $2 to like $5 or $6. Some of the more expensive ones run like $10, but I just say go to the beauty supply and get like a $2 one. Doesn't have to be anything spectacular. And all you're gonna do is just brush your unit off. So yeah, so you're just gonna brush your unit out, especially your closure. And I have a side part. I already parted my hair. If you have a lace closure or a silk lace closure, you can part it any way you want. This can work with the middle part as well, or a side part. So you can apply this both ways to help you fix your closure and help it to look a lot better. So just don't think like, oh, it only works with side parts. You can do this. I have done this a lot with my middle parts as well. So after you brush your hair out, we're going to take a toothpick comb just like this. You can get this from the beauty supply as well, and we're just going to fix our part. I have a side part again, so what I want to do is I pretty much want to mimic the closure. I do have my unit sewn down, but as you can see, it is lifting and my edges are puffy from me sweating them out from a night's rest. So all I'm going to do is just take my toothpick comb and pretty much follow the lace and kind of mimic a part. And I'm just going to kind of push the hair downward. And my hair is puffy again, so it's going to look kind of puffy right now, but as you can see, I pretty much just mimic a part. So I'm going to try to move it over a little bit. Again, my unit is lifting, so I can still kind of move it around a little bit. So yeah, because it is kind of puffed up. So yeah, I'm gonna just kind of mimic that and just push my baby hairs down. And yeah, so okay, so after that I'm going to take some hairspray, and I'm using the Frizzy Ease from John Frieda. This is from Hold Spray. You can use flexible hold spray. I don't really care, like this is just one I had already sitting in the house, so this is the one I use. As long as you comb it out, it won't make your hair like crunchy or anything like that. But I like to use hairspray when I'm trying to get my units flat, especially my closure. It helps a lot with that. So all I'm going to do is just take my hairspray and I'm just going to spray all around my head, especially the closure. So you want to really spray some on the closure, especially where the part begins and also where it is parted already. So you're going to just spray all your hair and make sure you take your time and spray the closure. Okay, so after you spray all that hairspray all over the place, you're going to take your little comb just like this. I forgot what it's called. I call it a toothpick comb, but one of these combs, or you can take a brush, it's up to you. And when it's wet, make sure you do this while it's wet, because that's how you're going to get the best results, is you're going to kind of brush it accordingly. So you want to brush your closure however it's parted. So if you have a middle part, you're going to brush it accordingly, and you just want to brush it out. And make sure when you use hairspray, it's going to be a little kind of snugging and pulling, because the hairspray is going to kind of hold your hair. So if it does get snug, don't worry, your hair is not jacked up. It's just the hairspray working on you. And yeah, so yeah, I'm just going to brush it out. Make sure you do this while it's wet though, because you don't want it to get stuck, like super stuck. So yeah, you're going to just kind of brush it accordingly. And then what I'm going to do after I brush it, as you can see, it's already pretty looking flatter. So yeah, we're going to brush it accordingly. And then after I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a silk scarf. This is my scarf. And you can get silk scarves anywhere. You can order them online. This is one I got from my cousin, but you can order them online. Some beauty supplies sell them, but you can order them online if you don't have one. Or if you don't have one, you can use like a hair wrap or something like that. That works as well, if you want to get this kind of effect that I'm going to get with the scarf. But all I'm going to do is I'm going to tie this scarf around the top of my head where the closure is. And you want this to be tight, so what I do is I pull it downward like this, and then I wrap it really tight, not too tight to the point where you're gonna like pass out and like not wake up or anything, like die or anything. I don't want you guys to kill yourself, but some people are like, I tied it and it was too tight and girl, I was dizzy. No girl, don't do that. So you're just gonna pull it down, you're gonna wrap it around, and then you're gonna tie it really tight, not too tight, not too tight, but tight, kind of tight. And then you're gonna kind of wrap it around like this. Okay, and then you can tuck it, do whatever you want to tuck it. And if you're doing this, say you wake up in the morning before work or before school or whatever you got going on, I would just wear this while you get dressed, so while you put your clothes on, while you do your makeup or whatever like that. And by the time you're finished and when you're ready to actually finish your hair, because usually if you're just straightening your hair, it takes like 10 minutes to kind of go through it real quick, or 15 minutes. So I usually just wear this like while I'm getting dressed, like while I put my clothes on, while I do my makeup, and by the end of that, when I'm ready to do my hair, it should be laid. So we're gonna just leave this on our head for a good little 10 minutes and I'll be back. Okay, so 10 minutes have passed. Again, it could be longer than 10 minutes. It's recommended to be longer than 10 minutes. I recommend a good 15-20 minutes to keep it on. But if you don't have that much time, a good 10 minutes is good enough. Especially if you wrap it tight, you'll be good. So this is how yours should pretty much look after you had a scarf or hair wrap around it for a good 10, 15, or 20 minutes. As you can see, it already looks a lot flatter than what it was when I first started this video. Now we're going to flat iron our hair. All I do is I just part my hair in different sections and I just go over it with my flat iron. The flat iron that I use now is the Hot Tools Fabulous Fuchsia flat iron, and this is the box it comes in. Again, it's Fabulous Fuchsia and it's the 1.5 inch. But yeah, all I'm going to do is just take my flat iron and I'm just gonna run through it real quick and get it bone straight. You don't have to do this chasing method with straight hair. It usually gets bone straight with this flat iron really well, but if you want to do the chasing method, and the chasing method is pretty much just you take a comb, you put it on the top, and then you take the flat iron and you chase it. But this flat iron gets your hair bone straight pretty good without even having to do all that. So yeah, I'm just gonna run my flat iron through it and we're gonna get our hair straight. Okay, so now I'm going to take some hairspray, and what I do is I put it on my finger like this, and then I take that part that I did earlier and I'm just going to part it, and I'm going to use the hairspray to hold my edges down. And I know a lot of people like edge control and stuff, which you can use edge control, but sometimes in the summertime I feel like edge control is just not enough holdage when your edges is going crazy and looking puffy. So I like to use hairspray. I like to mix them, but right now I don't have any edge control and I don't have time for that to be trying to figure that out. So I'm just going to take this comb and I like to brush it to kind of give them a straight look. I'm just going to push them over and under my cap to kind of make it look laid. And I'm going to kind of just brush them to give them like a nice natural look and part it and give a nice natural look, and bam. So now I'm going to take some of my NYX eyeshadow base in natural, and it's pretty much like a really nice tan kind of color. It matches pretty close to my scalp. And I'm just going to take a little bit of this in like a flat brush, and I'm just going to swipe a line outward. And then what I do is I like to take my finger and I kind of like to blend it with my finger. And the reason why I'm making it lighter is because my lace closure is pretty light, and even though my scalping is light, the closure is. And I want it to match the closure as best as possible. And then yeah, I like to take my finger and I kind of like to smudge it. And then what I like to do is I like to take a clean brush and I like to kind of clean it up like so that doesn't look too noticeable. So now I'm gonna take some black eyeliner, and where the closure's at, I'm just gonna kind of line it to give it a thinner look. And yeah, I'm just gonna take some black eyeliner. I'm just going to put it where the closure is, just in case I got some on the hair. And I also like to do this a little bit where my hair is at, just in case I got too much concealer on my real hair, because it makes it look white sometimes when you blend it with your fingers. So I like to just kind of just put a little liner on my real hair, just in case I got some concealer on it. And I'm gonna take my comb again with my baby hair. I'm gonna kind of make them look messy a lot better. It's not going to be yeah, it looks a lot better now. It's not going to be perfect because again, my braids are old, so they're going to keep lifting, so it's not going to be like perfectly laid, and I feel like I need a perm. So yeah, I hope that you guys like this video. I hope that it helps some of you guys out who have the same issue with me. Sometimes your closure lifts up, especially if you wear full wigs and things of that sort, or say you need to sew it back down but you're just kind of lazy, or if your hair sweats out and it makes your closure look really bad. I hope this helps some of you guys out, and hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and thank you guys so much for watching.